Rango sits. Rango. Rango. What's on your back, Rango? Rango sits. Sits. Rango. Lucy, you've been so good. I can't believe it. Lara, yeah, you're good. No. Move in, bruise. Jetty sits. Can we get all five again? Jetty. Jetty sits. Sits. Jetty sits. Sits. Vamos! Oh my god, I feel amazing. It's the best I've ever felt. This is like, you're not even close to how I felt like a couple weeks ago. This is amazing. Why would I ever stop doing what I'm currently doing? Forget all the drugs, forget the alcohol, forget everything. This is way better. How did I not know about all this? So I want to talk about what I'm doing because I'm feeling amazing. I'm getting like ripped. Like I look better. Well, I think I look better. Definitely my body is looking the best it's ever looked in my life. The only time I might have looked better was when I was 21 and I did some massive amount of steroids. I kind of looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme then. But I'm getting close to that now without steroids. Kind of curious to try steroids just to see, but nah, not yet because everything's just going so good without anything. But I would be curious to see. So already I've totally blown out of the water this vegans or people just eat fruit and some vegetables are gonna waste away. Not happening with me at all. And I kind of knew that. From what I was reading, I trusted what I was reading. It rang true to me, but I had to prove it to myself, and I'm proving it. I'm actually waiting a few more weeks. I want to get a total, like, perfect, men's magazine body, cover magazine model body, full six-pack and everything. I'm getting close to it already, but I want to get like really good before I kind of show anyone. I'm not showing anyone, to show off or anything, but it's like a lot of people told me this was not possible. And I've been following a lot of raw vegan bodybuilders and stuff now. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. So this whole gotta eat meat, that's BS. That's more crap. And actually the meat was contributing to my depression in some ways because of my diet. So basically what I think was going on was my body was just full of toxins and it couldn't get rid of them because I was constantly putting more garbage into my body that would take all day to digest. And so now I'm not. I'm gonna tell you guys everything I'm doing in case you want to try it yourself. I've never felt better. And this includes like when I was younger. I feel unbelievable. I'm 46 for people who don't know. If you just found this on the internet somewhere. If you don't know me, I'm 46. Okay, so I'm gonna go through everything I'm doing right now because I really recommend a lot of you guys do it. Right, so start off in the morning. Once you get onto stuff like this, your clock totally adjusts. So I told everyone this my whole life. I said I'm a night person. I would wake up 10, 11 in the morning. Comes a car. Brisbane? Letta? Lucy? Where's my other chihuahuas? Letta! Where's my other chihuahuas? Lucy! Jerry! I already lost two chihuahuas. There's Lucy. Where's Jerry? Jenny! 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 Oh, there he is. Jenny! Ben! This problem with anarchist dogs is they don't listen to you. They just don't care. Oh, well, we'll keep walking. Maybe they'll come. If not, I'll get them on the way back. Alright, so so I used to think I was a night person. And I'd be up to like 2 in the morning every day. And I actually liked it because that was kind of like my time to be kind of alone. But you could also do it in the morning by getting up before everyone. And I'm not saying one's better or worse, but I feel when I'm on this stuff, I'm a morning person all of a sudden. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm not saying that if you get up late that you're not healthy. I'm not saying that at all. But for me, it seems like when I am really healthy, I'm up early. I'm up with the sun. So my body seems to coordinate or synchronize with the sun, with nature. All right, so I'm up early. I was up today. Actually, not super early, which actually I kind of like, because being up well before dawn, I don't like it. It also doesn't tie into my my routine very well if I'm up too early, and I'll explain that in a little bit, how I get into sun tanning and stuff like that. Not necessarily sun tanning, but sun bathing, I guess, a little later. So today, up at 7:30. I was up before the dogs, which is very rare. But as soon as I woke up, they were up. They're like, let's go. Let's do this. Lucy! Jenny! All right, we're down to 3. Okay, so then I did... the one thing that I'm still doing, I stopped for a while, but I'm back on it, is human growth hormone. It's the only non-natural... Well, it actually is natural, but only... I don't even know what to say about it, but it's the only kind of not totally natural feeling thing I'm doing at the moment. I started doing that about a year ago, and definitely noticed major benefits from it. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna really go for this and like be as like super best body as I can be as possible, all that kind of stuff, I should just continue with it because it's helped me a lot. There's also a new thing out called it's a SARM that helps boost human growth hormone production. And of course, you can boost your own production by doing certain exercises, which I also do. So I'm basically pumping full of HGH, which is great. And some of it's injected and some of it's not. But we'll see if I continue with that, because what I've learned is pretty much everything good doesn't really need to be injected or anything like that. But we'll see. So that's my one thing. So I got up this morning, I injected a bit of that. And then there's that white dog. He's okay. I don't have Jerry, so we should be fine. So here's some of the supplements I've been taking lately. I took a few lithium orotate. I think that's what it's called. Oh, there's 2 white dogs. Oh, maybe I don't know one of these dogs. Let's see what happens. Letta know? Letta! Okay, they're gonna go talk here, hopefully. Letta? Yeah, Letta just wants to play. Rango's gonna go. That's the thing, they don't really know. Yep. Muy bien. Muy bien, Rango. Yep, Ben. Oh, this dog's really cute. He followed us all the way home last time. Lara wants to play with him, but he doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to play for a doggy. Oh, Ben, you can come with us. Lara, Ben. Ben. He might follow us. He's a sweetheart dog. Yeah, you can come with us. Should go find my other chihuahuas anyway, before they get into too much trouble. So I take this lithium orotate. So people recommended that for depression. I don't know if it works or not, but what I did find out was I was taking too little, and now I'm taking like 5 or 6 of these little tablets a day. I don't know if it's, I don't, you know, everything, I'm doing so many things, it's hard to say which ones help or not. But I think it might be helping with my mood. So anyway, I take that, I take a zinc, I think it's called zinc orotate as well. I spray some magnesium oil, mostly in my armpits, because that's where it can actually get into your body. Actually, when I first started doing magnesium oil, I put a lot of it on and I used my hands to put it on, and all the skin on my hands died. It sort of like created new skin underneath it. But for like 2 weeks, it was really uncomfortable because I had this really hard, crusting, dead skin on my hands. So now I don't rub the magnesium oil in, I just spray it on, mostly in my armpits, as I said. It's actually a good natural deodorant because you don't want to use any deodorants with aluminum or anything like that, because your armpits, most people don't know this because of course we're not taught any of this stuff. That's like one of the easiest ways to get stuff into your body. Like it's like a huge like place where things can get in, sort of like under your tongue or bottom of your feet or whatever. So anyway, I spray the magnesium there. So when you're doing deodorants with aluminum and stuff like that, you're actually poisoning yourself. This stuff has been quite known to cause things like Alzheimer's and all that kind of stuff. You just don't want to be doing any of that stuff. You want to be doing all natural stuff. So that's what I do. What else did I take this morning? Oh, I started doing iodine on a friend recommended it. No idea if it's helping me or not. I just started. Buenos dias. But I've been feeling really extra good since I started doing the iodine, so who knows? So none of this stuff's very scientific. I'm not like trying stuff one at a time. I try like 10 or 20 things at a time. That's just how I am. I just cannot go slow. It has to be everything all at once or nothing. That's basically me. That's my personality. So did that, iodine. I think that's it. Yeah. And I try not to actually eat or drink anything except for water before I at least go for this walk. Because what I want to do, and this walk is very important by the way, because what I want to do is get the blood flowing, get the little bit of get moving, start burning a few calories, even though it's not much, before there's anything at all in my body to use. So theoretically, I guess it'll use my fat, whatever fat stores I have, whatever's left, to burn. And while I'm doing this, so that's good. And the fat apparently is where all the toxins are stored. So if you're quite fat, you probably got a ton of toxins. I've got some interesting stories about how the toxins have been coming out. Maybe I'll mention that now. Man, where to start? This could be a whole video on its own. Maybe I should do that on its own. Yeah, I'll do that on its own because that's like that could be like a half-hour conversation. It's been amazing. Yeah, I'll do that on its own. Okay, so then I go for this walk. Now, I didn't realize, and I've said this before, how important it is to exercise. You hear it all the time, but it's incredibly important. Like, it's as important as anything. Especially if you're quite toxic, which I was, and you're not really getting out the toxins very much. The exercise, here's what I think is happening. From what I've read and from my own experience, we're all quite toxic. A lot of the toxins just get held in each individual cell. So each cell is kind of like got some toxins in it, and it's actually storing it there for your own protection, because if it let it all out, you'd be really sick. When you exercise, you actually get all the cells kind of moving and starting to get rid of those toxins. And this is where things like dry fasting can really do amazing work, because when you do a dry fast, which is no eating, no drinking for like a day or 2 or 3 or 4 days, whatever you want to do, your cells all start burning the toxins. So it's like a super self-healing, a dry fast. All this information has been held from us. No doctor will ever tell you this. And the fact that no doctor ever will tell you that means that almost all those doctors are incredibly evil. So take that for what it's worth. I'm still down 2 chihuahuas. Brisbane, Bruce. Lucy! Lucy, Jenny! Lucy! Huh. That's really strange. I guess they scared of those other dogs. Oh well. Lucy! Jenny! Ben! See if they come. So that's part of the reason why exercise is so important. If you're not doing any of this other stuff that I haven't even talked about yet, you have to get some exercise going. It's the only way your body can start to get some of these toxins out. So it's not necessarily to do with, you know, burning fat or anything like that. In fact, it kind of is, but that's like a byproduct. What you're really doing is getting your lymphatic system moving, because most doctors don't even know how important that is. They actually don't even look at it. See, the whole system is so freaking evil and stupid at the same time. But you know, you have two basic fluid systems in your body. Your blood, that's an obvious one. And then the other one, which is actually bigger, is your lymphatic system. That's your sewage system. And if you're not taking care of that, it gets backed up, clogged up. And pretty much every single person in Western society today, except for a few who have been doing what I've been doing, are totally backed up. And that's where every single disease comes from. So you actually, if you can just get that cleaned out, you pretty much will have no health issues at all. And there's ways to do that with diet, which I'm going to get into. Man, it's going to take a while to say all the things I'm doing, but so yeah, you got to get that lymphatic system moving. So one of the ways is exercise, just moving. You're just moving, right? So that gets things going. Another way is hot and cold showers. Just keep it cold for a couple minutes and put it hot for a couple minutes. Do that like 3 or 4 or 5 times. I used to do that a lot. I still take cold showers all the time, just to get the lymphatic system moving. So the exercise is really important. I haven't even started on the exercise I'm doing now, but the walk is a great way just to get going in the morning. Of course, if you have dogs, it's really easy. I'm not sure if I'd do this walk without my dogs. Probably wouldn't. But so there you go. So the dogs aren't walking me, or I'm not walking the dogs are walking me. They really are. It's only 3 today for some weird reason. But so yeah, then I'll get back. This walk, as you can tell by these videos, is usually about 30 to 45 minutes in the hills. As you can see, this hill here, I'm breathing pretty hard. So it's a little bit of an exercise. Then I'll go back. Then I'll have usually, and this is like my favorite drink in the world right now, red, fresh, organic, red grape juice that I have my maid or my cook juice for me with some ice. Most delicious thing I've ever tasted. You just feel like this energy, like good energy. It's not like a sugar rush like you just drank a Coca-Cola or something. It's like boom, like you're like, I'm good. I'll have that. What I've been doing lately is then I will do coffee enema, which I also consider to be very important. A lot of people mock me about this on the internet, which is fine, whatever. But I consider it to be, if I don't do it one day, I don't feel that good. Because it cleans out your entire, not your entire, but a lot of your colon. And that's where a lot of these toxins are. A lot of the toxic stuff is in there. And it doesn't come out just easily. One way to get it out is through enemas. And what I put in the enema, so I make some coffee. It's about 1 liter, maybe 1.5 liters. Of course, cool it down to the point where it's comfortable. Not too cold, not too hot, warm. Then I put in all kinds of herbs into it. There's this one called 10-in-1, which has frankincense, and I don't even know what kind of herbs. It smells funky as hell, but it's really good for you. Put in some onion oil, garlic oil, wormwood oil. I throw in a little bit of iodine. I throw in a little bit of cannabis oil, just because it's so healthy for you, but not enough to feel really high. Just give myself the nutrition of cannabis, which is necessary. That's another thing that's probably been hidden from us. So I'm also getting that now, which I think is super important to your health. What else do I throw in there? There's a few other things. Oh, some colloidal silver I throw in there. That's about it. And then I do the enema. And then I go outside, I lie in the hot Acapulco sun. This is why I don't like to wake up too early, because if I wake up too early, there won't be any sun when I'm ready to do the enema. So right now you can kind of see, it's, I don't know if you can see or not, but it's nice and sunny now. I'll go lie in the sun. I can usually hold it for about 15 minutes or so. I put on some meditation music, or I putting on a lot of Kundalini awakening type music lately. I'm getting into that a lot. Anyway, so I'll lie there for about 15 minutes. Try to meditate a bit. I also will just think. At the start, I just think about what I want to do in the day. Then once that's done, I kind of go, okay, time to shut her off and try not to think and just listen to the sounds, focus on your breath. And then as soon as I feel like, okay, I don't want to hold this anymore, you kind of feel this like you want to go to the washroom feeling. Then I go. I actually have this little stool, I put my feet up on it, because you're not actually supposed to sit when you go to the washroom. This is another thing. Pretty much everything that's not natural is not good. Everything we do in our modern day lives is not good. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way our bodies work. So I put my feet up on this stool, which is about 1.5 feet high. So it kind of gives it the feeling like I'm squatting. Of course, the coffee comes out pretty easy, but it actually takes a total of about 10 or 15 minutes because stuff just keeps coming out, and it gets funkier and funkier and smellier and smellier and thicker and thicker, which is great. So I'm getting rid of all that. Finish that. Do a little rinse off. Put some more coconut oil all over my body, and then I go outside and I lie naked in the sun for 20-30 minutes. And I also meditate at the same time. So you can already guess how amazing I'm already feeling. I'm on all this grape juice, and I just exercised and lying in the sun and having expelled all the toxins that were currently in my body that were accessible in my colon. So already I'm feeling amazing. Like that's when I first started doing that stuff, it would take me about, I'd be done it all in like 15 minutes. And now it's like 1.5 hours, sometimes 2 hours. Like, I just get so into it. Time just doesn't exist. I'm just rolling with it. And just feeling really good. So I'm like, why would I stop doing this? Then I'll finish that. I'll have some more grape juice. I might do some what are called, what do they call them? It's not blockers. It's Josh Mason's Detox Dudes routine. It's not called blockers, I don't think, but I do it. But it's like bentonite clay and all kinds of not coal, but like, I don't even know how to explain it. But bentonite clay is like one of them, and you drink that, and it's got like negative charged ions, and it attracts the positive, which I guess the positive is usually the toxins. So I'll do that. Then I'll usually go down and so I still haven't eaten, by the way. Now it's probably around 11 in the morning, and I'll do my first exercise of the day. And what I've been doing lately is some body part, just a regular sort of gym style thing. I've got a few weights in my house, and I'll do that, usually 1 or 2 sets of something. So yesterday was legs, today I think I'm going to do arms today, so I'll probably do some curls and some tricep on the bench. So 2 things like that. I'll do it for reps of like 10 or 12, or until I hopefully reach where I can't do it anymore, because that's when you grow muscle. So I'll do that. It takes a couple of minutes. Then I hop on the elliptical machine. I'll do 5 minutes. Then I'll do my next set of weights. 5 minutes again on elliptical. Next set of weights, and then 5 minutes. Bruce, no. Bruce, Ben. Bruce, Ben. Lara, Bada bing. So, that's only like 20 minutes. Brisno. Buenos dias. So that's like 20 minutes. Not a big deal, really. And then I'll go take a shower, and then I'll do some work. So by then it's like almost like noon. So I've woken up at like 7:30 in the morning, and it's pretty much noon. Like that's really, like maybe it's 11:30, but it's like close to noon already, and I haven't really done anything yet. Like nothing like work related. So it's like, but you know, it's so great. Oh, then in the day I will work a lot at my standing desk, so I won't sit a lot. Just feeling great. Oh yeah, I'm still drinking grape juice up until about 2 in the afternoon, and I will quit eating at 9. So I'm getting about, what is that, 17 hours of nothing, no solid food every single day. So intermittent fasting, super important in my opinion. So I'm still doing that, and then I will have my first meal around 2, and it is just basically fruit. And it'll be, I get my cook to chop up some bananas, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and I buy these dehydrated fruit, strawberry and banana fruit chips, which have almost the exact same texture as cereal. I pour that in, and then I pour in a lot of coconut milk. Tastes absolutely delicious. It's like the most delicious cereal you've ever had in your life, and it's just fruit. So I'm still basically on a fruit diet at this point. Then about an hour later I start getting really hungry because I've been exercising a lot. It's now 3 in the afternoon, and my first meal will usually be something from Verde Vegan restaurant. It usually be, I actually will, it's not totally raw still. I will have something like a veggie burger. Oh, there's Jerry. There's Lucy. Lucy! What have you guys been doing? Lucy Ben. That's my girl. What are you doing? You don't want to walk today? Lucy Ben. Lucy. There she is. That's my girl. You don't want to walk today or what? Crazy. Yeah, that's my girl. I will have like something like a veggie burger, but I'll have it with like a pretty big salad. I will and another meal that I've started having is, it is cooked vegetables, but really lightly cooked. Someone told me this, that if you could cook it under a certain level of heat, like it's under medium on the stove, and for less than 5 minutes, that you're not actually damaging, because cooking normally pretty much destroys the nutrition in most food. Most people don't know this. So I'll have that if I, at some point in the day. So from the time I start eating around 3 in the afternoon to about 7 or 8 at night, I eat quite a bit. It's usually a lot of salad, a lot of those like cooked vegetables, but not too cooked. And I'll still be like eating fruit, but never eat the fruit and the vegetables at the same time. So wait at least a half an hour or an hour if you can between having some vegetables and having some fruit. They don't really mix well. But when I'm done, like, so I had a big salad and maybe a veggie burger or something, like an hour ago, then I'll have like a big bowl of watermelon or something like that. So good. And then again, another salad, some sort of cooked vegetable sort of dish, but not too cooked. So I'm not the full raw vegan. Although I'm getting closer. I did have one full day of it just recently. It wasn't even that hard. I'm just kind of still used to having a bit of hot food. And my cook isn't very good at salads. If he was better, I could probably way easier do it. And he doesn't know how to make any real raw vegan food. If he was a real raw vegan chef, I could probably do it completely raw, no problem, probably. But I'm still not, but I'm still pretty close. But I am vegan, and fruit, basically that's all I eat. Vegetables and fruit, that's all I eat. There's no bread, there's no Well, it's a little bit of bread with the veggie burger, but it's this unsprouted, gluten-free, really thin, so it's not your typical bread, and it's toasted, which is also important for digestion. If you are going to eat bread, make sure it is all those things I just mentioned, plus it's toasted. Otherwise it'll stick in your digestive tract. That's the whole point of this diet, is to get things just flowing in and out. And you can't do that when you're eating meat. You can't do that when you're eating pasta, dairy especially. So I don't have any of that stuff. And you know, I used to think, oh, there's no way I could eat this kind of diet. It's like no problem. It's actually, because of the intermittent fasting, I like in the past I'd be like, why would you eat that? And now I'm like, oh my God, give me that. And feels so good when you eat it. And never have these full feelings or anything like that. All that is stuff if you're feeling that, you're eating wrong. All right, so now we've gone through the diet. We've got the whole 5-dog pack here. We're back, baby. Oh, so here's the new twist. I decided I've never had a 6-pack in my life. I don't know why, because I've at many times in my life been very, very thin. I did Atkins diet for like a year, which is super unhealthy. I'm probably still trying to get out a lot of the acid that I created at that period of my time, of my life. But I was like, I couldn't have been more than 2% body fat. I have pictures, it's freaky. I look like a skeleton, but no 6-pack. So I don't think I've ever developed those muscles properly at all. And I've never worked on them. So I just started doing that. And I do have a bit of fat still. This is like well over a month or two into this completely intermittent fasting, raw, vegan fruit diet, which everyone said I'd be wasting away on. I still have a little bit of fat. It's like this much. But it's just enough that if I did have stomach muscles, you wouldn't be able to see them very well. So I've decided to also do cardio at night. And I just started last night. Now, normally around 9 o'clock at night, I'd be starting to get a little faded, like I can't work too much. My brain's like just not working. And at that point in the night, I usually read a little bit or play some online poker or something. What I did last night is I hopped on the elliptical machine for another 20 minutes. Felt amazing, and I had such a good sleep last night. And I woke up today, it's the best I've ever felt. So I'm totally doing this every day now. And so yeah, and I think that will get rid of the final level of fat. And I've started doing some stomach exercises every day, obviously. So man, I don't even feel like stopping walking. My dogs all want to stop, but I'm like, let's keep walking. Lana, no, don't drink the car wash water. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that every night now. And I was actually playing online poker last night, so I was in a tournament. I was doing pretty good actually. And I just grabbed my phone. You can play on your phone, and went on the treadmill. And I played while I was on the treadmill. And oh man, feeling so good. I might try to take a photo, maybe even for this video, because it's getting pretty. And my body is like, I'm so happy with it. Like, I'm not all that vain or whatever, but it feels good to feel really good. Like whenever I have like a gut, like a pot belly, which is never too big, it's like, this much. But for a lot of people that's nothing, but for me it's, and you can feel the fat on my legs. So I was like that for the last few years. I didn't feel like a man. And you could kind of tell my sex drive was down, because I was just kind of this doughy, not very strong, unhealthy person. And so now I just feel like amazing. I might take a photo. If not, I'm going to take one in the next few weeks. I told myself I was going to wait till I get a 6-pack, and it's getting close already. And I just started really focusing on the last couple of days. But I'm loving this. You guys, and I didn't even bring up how I stopped smoking and drinking. You can't do any of this stuff if you're doing either of those things. It just doesn't work. But if you start doing this stuff, even just start, and you read the book, The Easy Way to Stop Smoking or The Easy Way to Control Alcohol, you can easily quit. Like, to me, neither of them were hard. Once I got on this sort of, I started with a juice fast. Just start with a small fast. All these things, they just build on each other. Like, all the things that I just said, it took a half hour to say all the things I'm doing every day. If I started on day one trying to do that, it'd be impossible. It'd be too much. You can only do so much new things at once and do them well, you know, and really get the benefits of them. If you told me to do everything I said in this video, and I'd never done any of them, I'd never done an enema, I'd never exercised, I'd never fasted, I'd never done this sort of diet, that'd be way too much to do all at once. Quit smoking, stop drinking all at once, it'd be too much. For whatever reason, our brains can only handle so much change. And some people are really slow at change. I'm really fast. I should mention that. When I get my mind going on something, I do it within seconds, minutes, or hours. We're not talking days, weeks, or months. I don't know. I don't know why some people are slower and some people are faster with change. I don't get it, because to me, all this stuff is exciting. I get excited about it. I'm like, I want to see if this works. You know, because if it works, then I'll be better. I'll be happier. Oh, I should mention, yeah, I didn't even mention, I totally got rid of my depression during this whole process. See, that's just like I forgot about that. That was like the biggest part of my life for the last 20 years was being depressed. And I forgot to mention that, oh yeah, I stopped being depressed along the way. That's how amazing this has been. So yeah, you can see, like, now I'm like less about fixing problems I have, because I don't really have many problems anymore. And more like, let's see how amazing we can get. Like, I want to see how ripped I can get. My dogs, so cute. See if you can see them. They're all around. Yeah, there they go. Kind of see my Osmo there. It's like this big stick with a balancing thing at the end. Oh man, I feel so good. So yeah, you guys got to do this, and it's changed everything in my life. Everything that, it's weird, like the energy that you have. Like, there was 2 times I drank in the last like 4 months, both on trips. One when I went to Bilderberg, one when I went to UC Berkeley, both with Luke Rudowski. And it was like everything in my life all of a sudden just really quickly went crappy. Like, I'd wake up and they'd be like, oh, this bank account just got frozen. Like, stuff would just start happening. It's like everything just goes crappy, like as soon as I'm like off what I'm doing right now. But when I go back on it, it's like everything goes amazing. Like, it's energy. Like the universe is telling me as soon as I go off this sort of stuff, get back on it right away, or this is going to happen. Buenos dias. So yeah, just like, I don't even know how to explain it. And I haven't talked about the spiritual stuff that I've been into. That's, man, there's so much to talk about. I'm like 40 minutes in, just talking about my daily routine. I haven't even really mentioned a lot of the benefits. That's how crazy it is. So basically, what am I really doing, right? I'm eating fruit and vegetables, raw vegetables mostly. And only for about 7 hours a day. The rest of the time I don't eat food, but I do drink like organic grape juice and stuff like that. And I'm exercising. And I do an enema. And some meditation. But really, like, nothing all that, like, wow, like he's really, how did he figure all this stuff out? Like, you know, it's pretty basic sort of stuff. But it really works. Oh, and don't drink and don't smoke. Yeah, the drinking. Oh man, I saw this video. See, I can go on and on. Saw this video about Vladimir Putin and why he doesn't drink, and he was saying it's actually a globalist. It's kind of interesting because I think he's part of them, but he's kind of like, he's allowed to say some of the stuff. So he's like, he's sort of like the new truth, decent guy, but he's still like with the bad guys. So he's going to be like the guy that everyone will think is the savior next, I think. They're going to make him like the president of the United Nations or something. He'll be the president of the world probably. And the video was that the globalists, this is a plan, cigarettes and alcohol is to depopulate the planet. They say that it destroys people. Now, the one thing that's wrong about that I could think of is when people are really drunk, they tend to have a lot of random sex. So that's going to create more kids. So if that's their plan, I'm not sure about it. But the way they described it was really interesting, and it made a lot of sense. And like, I would never ever drink or smoke again, like other than maybe one puff of a cigarette just for fun. And it's not even fun, right? But like, you know, that's what I mean. Like, it'd be nothing if I did it. Or who knows, maybe like 10 years from now, have like a sip of at you know, my daughter's wedding or something, just to be whatever. But no, I'm never ever drinking again. This is so much better. So, yeah. So yeah, we didn't get into a lot of stuff. I'll try to get into getting the toxins out tomorrow and my experiences with that. It's been quite phenomenal, and I'm just getting started. That's the cool thing. Like, I still have a lot more to do. But we'll see. We'll see what I feel like talking about tomorrow. I like to wake up and do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. You're hot, Letta. You want some water, don't you? You just want to go inside. You don't want to walk anywhere, do you? That's my girl. Muy bien, Letta. Muy bien, Lucy. Muy bien, Jerry. Muy bien, Rango. Bruce. Muy bien, Bruce.